It's endless and it's in your face. You can't say what they can say. You get canceled for saying what they get lauded for. It's so over the top. It's so ridiculous that you feel like you're taking crazy pills for noticing it. Well, I can't find my link. Hold on one second. Y'all remember when Gina Carano, whose Twitter account seems to be suspended again, from what I can see. Do you remember when Gina Carano posted that tweet or that Instagram message? Here, hold on. We're going to do this. Okay, ignore it. You know what we're going to do? No, never mind. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. I'm going to close this here. We're going to go to... I want to pull up Gina Carano's original post. Okay, Google Gina Carano World War II Instagram post. Y'all remember this? Y'all ready for this? Let's backtrack to the past. Back in a day when I naively thought there was the ability to discuss and have coherent discourse with people who were intellectually honest. This is what Gina Carano posted once upon a time. Now, I think we can see it. No, we can't see it because I'm on... Oh, for goodness sake. By the way, everybody, I tried to run with a second computer today, and it's a 7-year-old Mac, and it's a piece of junk. Here, this was Gina Carano's post from way back in the day that got her canceled, lost contracts with Disney, whatever. Gina Carano: Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Sad emoji, which is probably the understatement emoji of the millennium. Quote, because history is edited. Most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? And then this historical picture. Now, of note, despite knowing Gina Carano's, I guess, political leanings, there's no mention of political party in that. There's no pointing fingers of anyone in particular in that post, rather just highlighting the political divide that leads to neighbors hating neighbors, family members hating family members, communities turning on community members. And it doesn't happen overnight. It so doesn't happen overnight that if someone said to you in 2019, would you ever think of calling the police if you saw your neighbor not socially distancing with someone outside? You'd say, there are so many things wrong with that question. I think you're crazy. You would say, why would that ever be? And you're crazy. Thank you. Go away from me and go back to screaming at trees in the park. Flash forward a year. It happened quickly, but it didn't happen overnight. Gina Carano put out that post. She lost a contract with Disney. I believe it led to her suspension. I could go back to that article. And let's just hold on. Let's just you don't know who said it. This is another tweet on Twitter today. It didn't start with gas chambers. It started with one party controlling the media. Other than the fact that this is totally applied the wrong way, but we'll get to that. It started with one party controlling the media, one party controlling the message, one party deciding what is truth, one party censoring speech and silencing opposition, one party dividing citizens into us and them, and calling on their supporters to harass them. It started when good people turned a blind eye and let it happen. She quoting Quentin Tarantino. Susan Sarandon, mother, activist, actress. Now, I swear to you, I made the joke earlier that it might be in there somewhere. You might be able to see it. That Susan Sarandon has gone full MAGA, like ultra MAGA, because you read that, and if anybody thinks that applies to the GOP, to the political right in America, I'm just going to say this. You're an idiot. Like you have to be a brain dead, eyes wide shut idiot to read this and then say that totally applies to conservatives. That totally applies to, you have to be an idiot, or you just have to be willfully blind. Let's just go through them one by one. It started with one party controlling the media. Other than Fox News, which does not control the media but has a product that people like, who controls the media? And I don't mean in the Kanye West sense. I mean in the actual tactical control. Who controls the media? You got YouTube, you got Google, you got Facebook, you got Twitter. Then you got in the actual media, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, 60 Minutes, and now I'm going into entities, BBC, NPR, in the media. Who controls the media? Republicans? Not even an idiot. You just have to be absolutely ignorant and ill-informed to even plausibly say Republicans and conservatives control the media. Hollywood. Politics is downstream from culture. Who controls cultural discourse? It's sure as hell not conservatives. If it were, you wouldn't see the filth that you see coming out of Hollywood by way of movies. You might see other stuff that you don't like. You wouldn't see the moral degeneracy and depravity that you see coming out of Hollywood if conservative Republicans controlled the media. Controlled the media. One party controlling the message. Oh, yeah, no. Which party is it that has fact checkers that deplatforms people for wrongthink? One party deciding what is truth. You literally have Facebook fact checkers deciding what's truth. Literally, not Rachel Maddow, literally, not literally, literally. Fact checkers, Reuters, PolitiFact, Snopes. What are some of the other ones? PolitiFact, Reuters, AP, USA Today. Are those right-wing? Are those controlled by conservatives? By the Republicans? You have to be an idiot. You'd have to be an idiot because to say it and expect someone to believe it, you have to be a double fakey idiot. You got to be like next level, not just an idiot to believe it, an idiot to think other people are so stupid they would believe it. One party deciding what is truth is exactly what Facebook does. It's exactly what YouTube does. Oh, by way of example, just because I happen to have it here. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, come on. Salty Cracker put out a video referring to the Katy Perry eye glitch as climate change induced. Here, hold on. Let's just here. So obviously tongue in cheek. Hold on. So we got to go stop screen. Salty Cracker put out a video referring to Katy Perry's eye thing. If you haven't seen it, I still believe my theory that it's now. I believe it's a gluey fake eyelash getting stuck. I agree. It looks totally weird, but that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it until proof to the contrary. But he put out a video talking about it. He says in the video's called "Katy Perry Suffers Climate Change-Induced Facial Spasm During Concert." YouTube puts a warning, climate change, on his video. His video, just for those of you who don't have any lingering doubts, it doesn't have to do with climate change. Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns, mainly caused by human activities, especially the burning of fossil fuels. This is a fact check warning label unilaterally slapped on a Salty Cracker video with a humorous, ironic title by the people controlling the truth. And there are still idiots out there who are going to say Republicans, conservatives determine what is truth. You got to be stupid to believe it and stupider to think other people are stupid enough to believe it. Let's go on. One party censoring speech and silencing opposition. Censoring speech, I will steelman it. I do know that people say DeSantis with his "don't say gay" bill, although it's totally misnomered as "don't say gay," but even if he says "don't talk about gender or sexuality," well, they're censoring speech. I can concede that what they are doing is limiting speech. Up to you to decide if limiting speech of sexuality and gender issues to kindergartners is an illegitimate form of controlling speech as relates to other people. But I'll concede to Steelman that some people say the Texas law governing social media censors speech. It doesn't allow. The hearing just came back on. It doesn't allow big tech companies to censor speech. Thus, it censors the speech censorship of the big companies. Okay, fine. Silencing opposition. That can go both ways. One party dividing citizens into us and them. Did they not listen to Biden's presidential red, what do they call it? The red speech? What did Barnes call it? Dividing us and them. MAGA Republicans, extremists, Nazis, fascists. The President of the United States, the Crimson speech. Susan Sarandon tweets exactly, not verbatim, but in essence, exactly what Gina Carano tweeted. Gina Carano gets canceled. Susan Sarandon gets praised, hailed, lauded as a hero. The Crimson, what did Barnes call it? The Crimson, the Charlie Crist don't vote for me speech, buckle brush. No, we're going to get to that. I got the highlights from the debate yesterday. No, it's that Susan Sarandon, I believe, unironically in her own mind, tweeted that thinking that she was talking about conservatives and Republicans, when every single aspect of that speech applies, if not exclusively, one of them applies potentially shared to both sides of the political aisle. Controlling media, controlling speech, dividing. Yeah, oh yeah. That's the Crimson speech. What was it? Anyhow, that's hypocrisy number one of the day. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Indenture Serpent says, test, it works. No chatters, says Robbity Bob. The Red Sermon. Thank you very much. Meme 521. The Red Sermon. What people are saying test in the chat on Rumble. What's the dealio? Is there a problem? Mega Maggle trickle down. But I made the joke, like Susan Sarandon she's full MAGA. And if she's not actually full MAGA and she made that as a tweet to criticize the right, the left could easily be turned on Susan Sarandon, because if the left and the ADL and whatever else fell for that white power hand gesture meme joke that started on 4chan, they can certainly fall for the gag that Susan Sarandon has gone full MAGA and she is now anti-Biden. They certainly could, because that's actually not just more plausible. On an ordinary reading, substitute the poster of that tweet, you would think it was a right-wing conservative, or I'll just say centrist, making political observations. Now, I'm not all that good at memeing, and I'm not all that good at starting 4chan gags, but that could be a good one.